more than it hurts me.
I assume you're ready.
Round one. Ready, go!
Hey everybody, today I'm doing some sparring training workshop. Had a few people request if I could do something like this, another sparring session, and I'm always happy to do that. So we'll be workshopping soon, looks like. Let me check on the peeps. But right now I'm just setting everything up. Screen looks like it should be running the correct way. Doing good. Playing BF5 US. Yes, we are. Excellent. Alright. Let's check on others. So I hope everybody's been doing really well. Okay. Alright, one person that wants to join is taking care of something right now. Check on another person. But if you'd like to join, feel free to let me know. And also let me know if you want to spar or you want to do a workshop. It's first come, first serve. But there was 2 people ahead and 1 person checked, so let me see. Alright. Do this. Alright, I'm going to create a room, and anybody wants to join, feel free. Let me see if they responded. Kind of wish I could just do training mode when waiting for people. But they were waiting for me, so let's see here. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll go minus 4. Okay, so earlier this week, quite a bit's been happening, and it looks like at 40 plus, there's a lot of people that are fighting it out in ranked, which is good. So Numbers is regularly on ranked, Paul, 6'8", KDMD, Medina Rico, lots of players, Rental Animator. So we have that happening a lot, I guess now. So it's a real monster grind there. A lot of people going down and up rank like crazy. Hey Chanchai, Numbers, how are you doing? I just shouted my own name. Did you want to spar? Feel free to join the room. Same password as usual. I was going to do a workshop, but right now I'm waiting on the other 2. So let's go ahead and spar. I would love to spar with you, if that's okay. I've told them the password so they can join when they like. If you want, feel free to join me on voice chat on PSN if you want to use that. Yeah. Ah, you're working. Okay. Blurring, feel free to join. We are doing training sparring workshop, first come, first serve. So if you want to join the room, go on ahead. It's going to be a good group. The 2 other guys I know that plan to come tonight, it'd be good for all of us to workshop. But feel free, if you want, we can spar right now. Be a lot of fun. Hey Punker, you're always welcome to join. Okay, cool. Awesome, that's great. Well, I hope to help sharpen you up, and yeah, that would be wonderful. We can work on the matchup as well. So excellent. We got Blurring in here. So Blurring, anything you want to work on, let me know. Otherwise, I just assume you want to spar. But please ask any questions you like. We work on. Let's see what your Vanessa's doing. You've been adding a lot to your Vanessa, so I don't want to overload your mental stack.
Round 1. Ready, go! Ring out!
So the opening I did there is the ECD opening. Same opening as well. ECD is a nice one because it can turn into a regular evade if you do a linear attack. The weakness to an ECD opening though is kind of a delay launcher. Whoops. Sidekick as my Okizumi, one of my favorites. So there's that elbow again you saw. Blocked elbow. There you go. Punish the fuzzy guard with the low throw. Awesome. Very good. Always wait for that. There is a better punish though, because nowadays it's clear that you're waiting for it, so duck and punish. Good. Hey Lightwing Dragon, good to see you. Alright, and that's a forward throw. My time is here is a forward throw.
What a knucklehead.
Leon only has 2 back throws. They are the one where he jumps on the chest and jumps off. And then he has a back throw that looks like the neutral throw, except that what he does is he crosses his arm over and trips them down on the ground. The regular throw doesn't cross the arm over. I'm doing good. Thank you. Very good. That was a nice punish the throw. Alright. Right now, I've seen two low throws. The 2 PG low throws. So you'll definitely want to start mixing it up. Just at least once. You don't have to mix it up more than once. But mixing it up just once will suddenly introduce choice in the low throw escape game. Good. And that was the correct response, just slow. So you did the right thing, which was punch. It was just slow. And I saw an attack animation, so I went ahead and did the follow-up. Good patience. Good. Good. Awesome. That was a really good option. Alright. There we go. Oh, I thought it was clever, but you had the right option. Beautiful. Very, very good options there. Alright, good game too. So, let's see if I can apply pressure with pace. It is hard to do against you. You have a nice defensive play that is appropriately paced for VF, but I think I can also apply pressure with speed, so let me see if I can do that. Good change. Good, changing the direction. You gotta do it at least once. So if you do it even just once, that's a big deal. Very nice. Very nice. He didn't go for the low. Good round. Very nice, very nice. Good kick. Okay, rotate stick because I messed up some inputs there. If it's counter hit, it meant Abari. Very awesome set. Good game, Blurring. Bring it up, you're playing good. I do recommend mixing up the low throw just a little bit, but that's okay because you're getting used to it and you're doing good, and it is mental stack load. Low throws do apply a bit of mental stack load when you're focusing on punishing a fuzzy, and so yeah. Hey, Jeet Kun Flow, it's good. Or Jeet Kun Do Flow. It's good to see you. Yeah. Lightwing Dragon, I can use all the Lei Fei training I can get. Lei Fei has been the bane of my existence lately. What's going on here? Interesting, everybody cycled through. Okay. Alright.
Round one. Ready, go!
That's the back throw. It looks like a neutral throw. But watch how his arm crosses over. Yeah. Crossover trip. And this is the neutral throw. Alright. Got it. Very nice. We're doing good sparring and workshopping right now. I love Leon's kick is 13 frames. It's so awesome. There's so many good uses for it. So there is something I've been doing. When you do your 9P, I've been doing like a 4P which slides under high punch. So that just means you need to change off of high punch. If you did 3P or 2P, that would win against that option. So just know that. So you might be inclined to do the high punch just simply because Leon has such a fast high jab, but you could do like 3P and you could do 2P, I think. And that would beat both of those. So I would have to like respect it more. Have you been fighting against combo masters, Lao? I saw that you were fighting I think everyone's been fighting some Japanese Lao lately. But Lao is really good. And I think for Leifei, that's probably got to be a little tricky to deal with Lao's, the sort of pressure Lao does, especially when the Lao player is good at doing the mix-up from stances and mix-up in general.
Round 3.
Lao training's awesome. Lao, yeah, C-Money is tough. He's very underrated. I know that people don't, you know, some people want to complain about. I know that you're capable of breaking the stagger from 6K, and so you shouldn't worry about that much. Just know the situations he's doing it in. I'm not good at that situational awareness. Ooh. Yeah. But I do want to fight C-Money again. I haven't fought him in like a year and a half. That's Leon's kick sabaki. He's high kick and mid kicks and knees. Nice. Yeah. Good gameplay. C-Money really does. He has a very good instinctual play. I do like his instincts. So that's how I feel when I fought him too. All right, Spacetime. All right, let's see what you're doing with your Jeffrey. And then I'm gonna jump out and have you guys fight each other. Okay. After this game, I'm going to set it on break and watch how other people fight. Let's do that.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Good. Throw beats evade. You see somebody that likes to evade, you do throw. But be wary if they like to avari. Nice. Good punish. Now, whenever you fight Jeffrey, good. That was excellent. Good patience, good responses. That one I think is, yeah, 6P. I think 6 PP. And I have to remember, always escape back throw when Jeffrey's near the wall or ring out. And always escape from the ground. You have to do low ground throw escapes because Jeffrey is capable of throwing you into the wall and comboing you. And he should be very greedy about that until... Oh, I thought I was going to get a counter hit eye poke. That was really good. Excellent rounds this time.
Round 4. Round 5. Ready, go!
good stuff. Good patience. Good patience. Let's see how game 2 goes. And he starts, he's got a good patience for it. I'm not going to make it easy, but let's be good. Again, after this one, I'm going to take break and watch the matches.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Also, if you're watching Carlito, you do need to start doing back throws near the wall and get used to doing those combos. That'll rotate the stick. I did 7K instead of 8K.
Round 2. Ready, go!
I thought I got the throw with.
Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go!
Very nice.
Knockout!
Okay.
Round 4. Ready, go!
There you go. Okay. Oh.
Knockout!
All right. Good game. All right. I'm gonna.
See, I thought I'm better.
All right. No, this is a workshop room. I'm gonna have Carlito join, and I'm just gonna watch them play, and you know, and we can comment. So it's good stuff. Carlito's gonna join right now, so I'm gonna have them join in.
Round 1.
All right, Volcano. Very nice. Anticipated the low rising attack. Could have also had good timing for the mid. Alright, VolcanoShed, after the game, let me know how your connection is, but happy to, but it looks fine. On my end, it looks fine. Just looks like you're learning, you're you know, being patient and trying to figure out how to fight blurrings, Vanessa. Hey, good to see you, Haya. How you doing? By the way, also always happy to have you here, Tricky. I see. We can definitely work on your Eileen stuff, but I well, it was first come first serve, but yeah. But these guys also had requests tonight, so I want to spend time with these guys for the next hour or so. Yeah, we got to train. We gotta train these guys up, and they're all doing good. That was a good idea. That was a good idea. Might have to get better at confirming the 4P, but it's actually you don't have much room to confirm 4PK. So that was the right idea. I would have done the similar thing. He thought he had the evade punish on 4PK, but Vanessa's recovery was just too fast on that particular move. So Blurring's getting really good. Yeah. And I think I can see Volcano's trying to figure out how to deal with Vanessa as Kage, so it can be very tricky actually. They both like to disrupt the opponent, but at the same time, Kage has to follow the rules a lot more than Vanessa does, and also she can do a lot of damage right away. Kage has to be very adept at converting stray hits, or if the body gets seeing when the body's going to hit the wall and doing some extra damage that way. Kage is a very hard-working character. I have so much respect for Kage players. I think he's an amazing character. He teaches you really strong VF, but you have to really work for. He has to work hard for his money, like really hard. But he does have the tools. He's a crush artist in ways, but you know Vanessa also is a crush artist. He can assertively, with his counter offense, can really set up some mix-ups too. Very nice. Okay, let's see. Let's look at Vanessa's move list here. Yeah, Volcano did the correct thing where the short uppercut, when he blocked it, he just went for 2P. That was correct. It's a hard one because she's only like -1. She actually +1? She's +1 on Volcano? No, that's nasty. That's why. Yeah, you gotta be careful with that uppercut. If you block it, she's +1. That's so mean. Okay, awesome. Be good to see Raid Boss Tricky. Always good to see that. That was awesome last week, especially after Numbers' masterclass performance last week. And Paul was also in awesome shape. It's just that Numbers was in really scary shape. Keep it up, Volcano. You'll learn the Vanessa stuff. From what I saw, though, you know the options pretty well. So, Blurring will need to start punishing people that do low punch after blocking Vanessa's 9P. She can do that very well. She can really mess them up for doing a low punch there. So, very nice. Yeah, he won't fall. That was really good counter to that trap. Excellent round of Volcano. So Volcano blocked Vanessa's lunging low punch, and then he evaded right away. So now, you know, that gives Blurring some food for thought about possibly having to mix up throw from that situation. Against me, they should do what they do and keep doing the uppercut, because I keep falling for the uppercut. It's like 1P plus K. It's a special though too, but it's like it's only it's -1 on guard, so actually you can technically low punch it, but you have to be super fast. Like you have almost no time.
Mission accomplished.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, Spacetime versus Blurring. Now, these are two very patient players. Spacetime's counter offense, I think, is improving. It's just getting better by the week, and last week got even better. So keep it up, Spacetime. Let's see how this goes. I do like that Blurring is getting better at using throws. It was something that I felt was missing in their game as much as 6 months ago, and now like it's a lot more prominent and it chooses good moments. It's a very good game, Volcano. I like, you seem to know a lot of the frame stats actually from the options you're picking. Yeah.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Very good staying on defense after that move. Nice.
Knockout! Round 3.
Blurring's like kick use is very accurate. I think you have to dash to get that low throw. So Spacetime did a really good sequence and they went for a low throw, which I think is, if I recall from fighting Adam, is the correct thing to do. Just needed to do a dash before the low throw. But Jimmy, you can tell me if that's true, if Jeffrey has like a low throw in that particular sequence from that combo that he did.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Okay. You do like Jeffrey has like a combo that's like from a 3-hit string after the like as a combo ender, and then I think Jeffrey can dash in with a certain dash and get like Adam usually goes for like a low throw there and usually gets it, like hits them from like low throws them out of tech roll. And in this case, Blurring did tech roll, but Spacetime's low throw attempt whiffed, but I think they didn't dash. I think they were too far away. Yeah, low throw meaty. I just know something that Adam likes to do against me too, so like a lot.
Knockout! Round 3.
Alright.
Ready,
That's,
go!
so evade, can you? Because in media timing you cannot evade in the 3 frames. So if the low throw times with those 3 frames, you cannot evade, right? Like you're not going to instantly stand by tapping evade. I don't think so. But like there's like a weakness to tech roll where you are vulnerable to low throw, unless you attack. Yeah.
Knockout!
They're unthrowable in those 3 frames? Okay. So, hey Juicebox, so happy to have you here. If you want to come in, I would love to have you in here. But the room is full though right now, and I'm spectator. But I'm so happy to see you here, Juicebox. So they're unthrowable in the media timing. I didn't know that. Okay. So media timing is unthrowable. Okay, good to know. So you can always attack. You can always attack somebody that's doing that's trying to media you with the throw. Yeah.
Ready, go!
I see. So if they hold G, okay, they'll be crouching though. Okay. Good to know. Man. And Juicebox, how is the 3DS treating you? I love my 3DS system, so but you've got a 3DS now with but also modified so you can stream it. So the highest school of Vanessa dictates more rolling. I do like Blurring's current use of rolling. I don't think they should do it more. I think they're doing it just about right. Yeah. I mean, Steam library. Most people's Steam libraries are massive. With the 3DS, such a wonderful system with a lot of unique games on it. Even though it would make your eyes bleed, I wish they would put more, like the whole Virtual Boy collection on 3DS. You know, it's probably like one of the only ways to properly play Virtual Boy games. You know, unless you use a 3D display. But the 3D would blind a lot of people. That bloody red look.
Round 3. Ready, go!
It is. I still got my 3DS library, but I am sad that, like, you know, that there's always risk of losing the digital library, the ones that I bought on download. Same with Vita. I'm really sad about the state of Vita, but I'm glad that there's a lot more Vita modding lately, and I think someone's trying to come up with, like, basically a third-party Vita. So, yeah. Blurring is doing really good. Alright, Carlito versus Blurring now. And then after this game, I recommend, we'll call it Around the World. So after this, if you don't mind Blurring, I recommend you put yourself at the bottom of the queue after this game, and then that way we can have a mix-up of different fighting. But it's a huge props to you that you're about to go around the world if you win this one.
Ready, go!
Blurring has always been strong, but they are getting stronger, a lot stronger. It's hard for them to see it too, because we know that in VF it's hard to see your progress because it's the accumulation of a lot of different little skills, and then the results comes way later. You know, like the wins come way later. You spend a lot of time working on these skills, and sometimes you don't even know if you're improving, but you really are. But it's when they all add up together. Yeah, I heard that Juicebox, I heard that Vita has gotten to a point where they've really cracked it well now, though. But we'll see. But it did take a long time, and Sony is, you know, when Sony's really focused on it, they really stay on top of, like, not allowing cracking.
Ready, go!
I want to go to Super Choya Cup. I cannot confirm yet. It's my intention to try to go, but I don't know if I can go. I was gonna message Juicebox and tell them they should absolutely go, because this is about as close to a VF gathering as we've had in a while. Just from the guest list already, and I know there's gonna be a lot of training, so I think it's gonna be an awesome, amazing weekend. Really amazing weekend. So I really want to go, because this would feel like another. For me, it would remind me of, like, the unofficial New York gatherings that I did go to. Like, there was a May VF gathering a long time ago I went to. That's the one where I met STL Tim. And this is Super Choya Cup is shaping up to be that type of event. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, downgrade the firmware so that you can crack it, and yeah, PSP modding really was really cool. Vita modding took a long time, so, but they're unique hardware, and so with the handhelds, I think that's gonna be the interesting thing, right? Because, you know, I love the 3DS because partly because of the DS library, but also I really loved a lot of the 3DS games. You know, it's funny because it's like took over after the PSP and Vita being like the RPG and the strategy RPG machine and the Atlas machine and the like. But now Atlas is putting stuff everywhere, which I'm glad they're doing. I'm glad Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden are now on all kinds of platforms because that's how it should be. And I hope Muramasa Rebirth will be ported because that game is so amazing on the Vita. It is the best version of Muramasa. You know, some people won't like the pacing because Vanillaware games love to backtrack and Vanillaware games love to do a lot of downtime before you get to fight, and then the fights kind of happen randomly, or not randomly, but sporadically. But in Muramasa Rebirth, it's great. It adds to the feeling of like you are wandering as a sword warrior, and then suddenly you get attacked, and if you play it on the hardcore mode where like one hit will kill you, you know, it really puts you on your guard, but it really tests your technique. And also the Vita version of Muramasa Rebirth allowed you to rebind stuff that like, because when you played on the Wii, there was some stuff like you had to do up to jump, and it just felt very cumbersome. And the way to block too. Now having a jump button and a block button is like really big deal. Makes it a lot more hardcore, easy to play.
Round 3.
Yeah, so I really hope Muramasa Rebirth, with all the DLC, will get ported. The president of Vanillaware says they want to, but they said there are complications right now. And I don't know what those complications are. The soundtrack? I don't know. It's surprising because they put their other games on a lot of systems. But for some reason that game, they said there's complications. So I don't know what those complications would be. But that game is so good.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Though modern gamers might just hate the downtime. So they might hate the backtracking and downtime. But that's part of the Vanillaware experience. You know? Actually, one of the games I am gonna play on my Analog Pocket soon is I'm gonna get a ROM of the Treasure McDonald's game for Genesis because I never played that game, and I love Treasure, but I've never played that game. So I'm looking forward to playing that on my Pocket very soon. It is well, you could look at it that way. I like the combat more, but at the same time, Metroidvanias nowadays, a lot of them have really good combat, including the classic Castlevanias. Like the Game Boy Advance Castlevanias have actually like really good combat, but you gotta move forward and unlock more cool stuff, and then the combat's really nice. But I really love that Muramasa Rebirth's hardcore mode. They're like, don't make a mistake or you're dead. You know? Just feels like a 2D Sekiro. You know? And I'm not particularly good at those games, for the record. So I talk about liking those games. I like those games a lot. I'm not that good at them. I'm the weird guy that also likes to try to play Metal Gear games very aggressively to see like what the limits are of the non-stealth way to approach. You know. So, a friend watched me play Metal Gear Snake Eater when it came out and was wondering why I was so aggressive. I was like, well, I want to see what it's gonna do. You know. So.
3. Ready, go!
Oh, that's really good though. Carlito played that corner pressure extremely well. I like Carlito's patience, but Blurring too. Both of these players have a nice patience. Yeah, 9K is faster. Wow, very good battle. Very good battle. Blurrings around the world will have to be the next round. So, but that was really epic battle. All right, Volcano, Carlito's really good trainings. This should really help sharpen you up for tomorrow's tournament. I think VolcanoShed's in Florida, and there's a tournament tomorrow, so there's an event. Oh, minus 13 on the 4PK, yep. So Kage's spinning back elbow into kick is a minus 13. And I do know that Eileen has a 13 frame Punisher. Is it the eye poke? Let me see, let me see, 13 frame Punisher. 4P, okay, so it's like 4P.
Round 2. Ready, go!
So Eileen is what, 4PP? But you can do cancel moves, so you can do like 4PP cancel. You can also mix that up with 4PPK if you really want to. 4PP cancel looks pretty cool. Six people's K? Okay.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Nope, it's just the 4P or the PK. So she can do PK or she could do 4PP. Yeah. Yeah. 6P plus K is a slower move, but in vanilla, that move is just ridiculously strong. Like, that move is really, really good in vanilla.
Round 4. Ready, go!
So Kage does have that 4-6P plus K, where he comes in like with this rush elbow, and then he does like an uppercut after if he does 4-6P plus KP. If you block both, you can throw him, but that's about as much as you get from that. But you can also Nitaku, but throw is generally the good option there. But you gotta be careful because that's the single move I think can cancel. Yeah, the single move can cancel into Shupujin, which is a nice mix-up from there. Yeah, the eye poke will just get her like eye poke PK, right? But dang, That's like Leon. Leon has the same 15 frame Punisher. For him, it's 3P plus K, but yeah, it's such a weak minus 15 Punisher. but you gotta do it, and I don't do it. But yeah, gotta do it. Don't forget, whenever Eileen does like 9P, that like the overhead like double swipe, swipe up, swipe down. You block that. That's a Nitaku. So you should mix up like mid throw, but Kage's Nitaku is rough. Kage's Nitaku is really rough. Right? I mean, for me, I'm not used to K plus G. Kage's a very weird character for talking about Nitaku. Except that his throw is so damn good. Yeah, -8. Man, good battle. Alright, got Carlito versus Spacetime. Looks like everyone's had a battle with each other. This is like a really good group. So, see if anybody has messaged me anything here.
Ready, go!
Ah. Okay. Didn't realize that I had a call. Sorry about that. That call would be cool.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Is that option an EX high? Or just a high? What is that cancel option?
Knockout! Round 3.
Mid.
Ready, go!
Should be a mid. It is? Okay. What was that weird punch she was trying to do that just totally whiffed? I was wondering, in the air. Like she was doing like some weird punch in the air.
Round 4.
And it just kept whiffing. So. Nice. So as I labbed last week, Jeffrey's Stomp is a fuzzy guard situation. It's a +3, specifically. But if the opponent doesn't have the fuzzy response, then it's good to counter hit them. Let's go battle. Let's go game 2. Was it? Okay. Oh, she just did the hop punch that spins. Okay. 9 PKGP. Okay.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Okay, just a high. Okay. Yeah. Probably a misinput. When I do hopping punch, that's a misinput. I see.
Knockout! Round 2.
I see.
Ready,
Huh, double mid. Okay. So it was just range.
Knockout.
Oh, very close. He almost had that round.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Very good. That was good. Low punch into a mid and then patience into a throw. It's very good.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Yeah, 4P plus KP into mix-up, so good. It's risky, but it's good. Nice.
Knockout.
Very good battle, you two.
I'm the world's strongest!
Alright, 1-1.
Round 1. Ready, go! Ring out! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go!
Very nice.
Knockout!
And bullying the...
Round 4.
And this is the tough part. Eileen, so heavies have a nice advantage on Eileen in the sense that the damage they can output on her and that her combos have to be scaled down a bit. But she still has her damage. Oh, that was beautiful. Now it's really beautiful too.
Knockout!
Alright, that was a really good battle. Spacetime. It's true that against me, when you do the stomp, you're likely to want to use a throw. Against Carlitos, you got to mix it up, but only throw the first one. But this game, he's actually been a-barring a lot. During that whole set, he was a-barring most of the times when you hit him with that. So it is hard to make that adjustment. That's not an easy adjustment. I have trouble making it too. But against Carlito, keeping him in check with the attack is kind of the route because he doesn't go for the fuzzy. He doesn't know the fuzzy yet. But it looked like treating it as a normal +3 for Jeffrey is the way to go there. So you could low punch him, you could uppercut. You can do P plus K. P plus K is good. That's like a fast enough move. And so that one's really good actually because it sets up Nitaku if you counter hit him. But if you watch him, I think you'll see that he actually is pretty good at mixing up his response. He's not afraid to Abari, but he does defend too. Hey, Deadly Rave Neo, happy to see you. I'm gonna get a quick drink. I'll be right back. And but yeah, we're watching these fun matches. It's a good night for working on everyone's VF. So good targeted use of low punch.
Excellent.
This is a good revenge match for Blurring. So let's see.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Let me get that drink.
Knockout. Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout.
Wow, it was ridiculous.
Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout. Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout. Round 3. Ready, go!
Alright, we got, hey Nelly, good to see you. Alright. So today it's just more of a open sparring. We've got Carlito, got Blurring, and we got VolcanoShed. VolcanoShed is playing in a VF tournament tomorrow in Florida. And VolcanoShed has just been a member there. Yeah.
Round 4.
I'm just really grateful for VolcanoShed representing Florida. We've got, VolcanoShed, we also got GT from Florida, so Florida has a good history of VF too. VF also, not Virtua Fighter 2. But actually the history in Florida is a lot of Virtua Fighter 4 and after. Yeah, Blurring's doing great. They're on their revenge match versus Carlito. Carlito is the one who prevented an around the world by Blurring. So we'll see if Blurring gets global domination, global conquest. But Carlito's Eileen's very good. So is Blurring's Vanessa. Very good battle. Excellent, good job, Blurring. Blurring has has gotten revenge. No, GT, I thought it's in Washington State. I think GT, okay, Gentleman Thief is the one in Florida. They are like the best player in the country. And then there's GTEA, who's in Washington State, I believe. Yeah. So when we say GT, we're talking about Gentleman Thief, who's generally been America's top representative, along with Adam Yuki. Those two have consistently been like the strongest players in Virtua Fighter. GT coming in late during Virtua Fighter 4 Final 2 or Evolution, but they've or no, late of VF5, because I didn't know about GT until Final Showdown at the start of it. So they came in during Virtua Fighter 5 Vanilla late, I think. Adam has been around even before me, since like active in New York Virtua Fighter, I think since VF2. But Adam is now on the West Coast, but he's a native of New York.
Knockout. Round 3. Ready, go.
So Juicebox, if you're there, I'm trying to think, what does Kage do in Nitaku? It's still just set up and throw, set up versus throw, right? Scare everybody with his throw, you know, and then scare them enough that they really want to counter hit. And so, because or that they want to Abari, because he's got good counter hits, but normal hit, it's a lot harder. But he can just constantly pressure though. He's got good speed. Good tools at playing safe and punishing Abari. So I guess that's his deal. Get the opponent to Abari. Or to be predictable in highs and lows. Oh, that was like it would have been a heartbreaker, because I know he wanted to get the ring out. Alright, go VolcanoShed. A lot of people know that I've been very addicted to Marvel Snap, so really addicted to that game.
Round 1. Ready, go.
Very nice. Could score a bit more on that particular one. That's good. I think Kage has a crumple on the side kicks from the side, if it's counter hit. I don't know about recovery hit though.
Knockout.
Kage also has what, like from the side you can do surprise exchange, which is 6P plus G, into like push PK. If you ever block Kage, it's like big spin kick, the 2 kick plus guard. Like what Americans call roundhouse, but it's a spinning back kick. 2 kick plus guard. That situation is -8, so it's a big Nitaku. That means you got a big mid-throw mix-up. Or in some cases, some characters will do like an EX high versus sweep. But Very nice.
Ring out. Round 4. Ready, go. Knockout.
Look at this.
Round 5. Ready, go.
-1, okay.
Knockout.
Oh boy, look at this.
You're no match for me.
Round 1. Ready, go. Excellent. Round 2. Ready, go. Knockout. Round 3. Ready, go. Knockout. Round 4. Ready, go. Knockout.
Wow, it was ridiculous.
Right. Carlito had expressed a tough time dealing with Vanessa's intercept position where she lies down on the ground. This is a tough one. Each character has to kind of practice against it to figure out what moves are good against that stance, but also be patient. Now, if the Vanessa player just does her single kicks from that stance, you can evade those to her front. to the direction that her chest or her abs are facing. But you got to be careful because she's got other options that can punish you for doing that. But I've gotten used to over time knowing which moves of mine are good at hitting her from that stance. So sometimes if I happen to notice she went into that stance, I can punish her pretty fast, pretty quick. But it is hard, and sometimes I forget. And a good Vanessa player will always surprise me with it, as opposed to just keep doing it, right? And if they surprise me with it, it's really hard to beat, and she can turn around matches with it. But she is vulnerable, and if she doesn't act quickly, she can get comboed pretty bad.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Yeah. So for Kage, you can do a lot of stuff. You can do backdash into 4-4 kick plus guard. It's not my favorite. My favorite is actually just 2P plus K. Right? You can do like 2P plus KK as Kage. And that'll like pick her up off the ground and do a flip kick so you do some quick damage. He's got other stuff too. But I can't remember what. But I think the one that comes to my mind is 2P plus K. But even some high attacks will hit it. So it's stuff like that, like against Shun's lying down on the ground and Vanessa's intercept position. There are weird stuff that will hit. So you really got to go into dojo and try for yourself, experiment. Right? Leon has got a lot of moves that can hit that. But if he does the wrong moves, the moves that are gonna whiff, he's screwed. So same, everyone has that. So that position is a good position, and a lot of times it surprises us too, which makes it so much harder for us to deal with. Yeah, so definitely go to the dojo, try stuff out, because you'll be happy with what you find, and once you know, you have more confidence using it in matches. Man, if he had converted that into, I think he did try to convert it into the toe kick of doom, but it wasn't counter hit or crutch, so.
You're no match for me.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Nice double uppers.
Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout!
Nice.
Round 3. Ready, go!
So there's a lot of exciting things happening in Virtua Fighter. Super Toya Cup's next month. Winter Brawl is in March. EVO Japan's end of March, early April. And then we got Combo Breaker. I think that's in May. And I think in Illinois. And then there's also, which is an amazing event. Also, the Northwest has its event, Fight Kingdom. Fight Kingdom is going to have Virtua Fighter there. Fellow community member, awesome community member, FC Racer is going to be helping run that, and I'm really happy about that. They're a wonderful person. And I think we've got enough players in the Northwest now that we know of them too, to really get a good showing there. So LD Wells should be there. I'm hoping GT is there, GTEA, and then I don't know if Dark Nova will be able to go, but I hope they can go. And then there's other players too, so I'm hoping to at least get casuals going on too over there. So I plan to be there, and I hope Chris will be there. And I think we've got a good amount of VF players going to that event. It's kind of the new Northwest Majors. So Vortex Gallery just had VF, right? Or is having it, so look that up. That's very soon. If I was not already, but it's actually soon.
Round one. Ready, go!
And tomorrow, Florida. So, man, good battles. Everyone's having really good battles tonight, regardless of how they feel about it.
Ring out. Round two. Ready, go! Round three. Ready, go! Knockout. Round four. Ready, go!
I might be sending my kids to bed soon, and but I can leave these matches running because I think it's a lot of fun, and I can come back and spar too later. But right now, I enjoy having these four fight each other. And very, very close battle.
Mission accomplished.
Still, that was just game one of the set. Yeah.
Round
If
one.
anybody wants to see me spar a few, I can as well. Just someone set to spectator, but I don't know how many spectator slots I put in, so that's kind of a problem. But no pressure though. I'm happy with this group.
Knockout. Round two. Ready, go!
That was really beautiful. Really nice setup. That's the one PK, right?
Excellent. Round three. Ready, go!
Yeah, that Superman punch. They both have Superman punches too. Ollie's got quarter circle forward punch. But I really like Vanessa's because the EX high makes it really, really particularly scary. He was trying to get away from the ring out, and that sealed it. I'm guilty of that too, but sometimes you gotta be just super patient and find your way to turn it around. When you get used to making those highs whiff, you should be able to punish those pretty good.
Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go!
Very classic Okizeme. Zone out, move away, move out of range, jump out of range in time, and then punish the rising attack. It's something I do all the time, of course. So. If you want to get up quickly without doing any kind of a roll or attack, you can also, like mash directions and punch. And if you do that, you'll get up pretty fast just standing up. If you don't want to use if you want to wake up the normal way without a tech, but also pretty quickly. So the in-between pacing, you just mash punch and directions. If you input a direction and guard, you're likely to roll. And if you just do guard by itself, you're likely to roll into the screen, which is like similar direction as if you evade up. So if you want to just simply stand up, mash punch and directions, and then hold guard if you're going to defend. Very good battle. VolcanoShed and Blurring. Alright, let's see let's look at openings. Very nice opening with the 4-6P plus K. It's a very good, quick opening at the start. It can lose to certain fast attacks, but I think it's a really good opening. It's very good, actually. But Kage has fast opening too with like 4P. But I think 4-6P plus K is a fine one. It also sets up different mind games that can happen when it either hits or gets blocked.
Round 3. Ready, go!
So 4P is really good, but it did lose to the 2P. So because it is a high attack, yeah. Always be careful of, Kage is really scary because if his back is to the ring, he's got two directions of throw that could ring out. But if it's to the front, then you gotta do forward P plus G always. But that opens you up to neutral throw and back throw.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Of course, what matters is what your opponent's capable of doing, so you have to watch to see if Kage's capable of bringing you out with throw or not. And if not, your risk reward has changed in your favor, or changed in a good way, in a good direction. But if he is able to bring you out with throws, then you know what you gotta do, and you can't let yourself get thrown by that particular throw. Really nice way to come back. Oh, there it is. He got surprised totally by the intercept position. Good job preparing for that.
Round one. Ready, go!
Throw after that, yeah. If you block that sequence from Kage, you want to throw. 4-6, P plus K, P. That's the move.
Knockout! Round two. Ready, go!
Very good defense. So now, if someone starts defending, you're gonna have to mix in throws.
Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! Knockout!
Mission accomplished.
Round one. Ready, go!
Neutral throw. Six throw, forward.
Ring out! Round two. Ready, go! Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! Knockout!
Good battle, you two. Good battle.
Wow, it was ridiculous.
So Kage's PK is -4 on block. If he happens to get blocked doing that, he can fuzzy guard. But he can also just switch into stances as well. I see.
Round one. Ready, go!
You guys keep on sparring. I'm going to prepare a few things because I gotta do some stuff. I might send my kids to bed soon, but I'll be back. But I'm just gonna turn the profile picture off. But I will be around. I'll be checking up on you guys.
Round two.
Often.
Ready, go!
Yes,
Knockout.
I see. PPK on the side hit. Yeah, so if it hits... Wow. You can do even more than that.
Round 5. Ready, go! Take that! Knockout!
Let's see here.
Round 1. Ready, go! Round 2. Ready, go! Take that! Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go! Take that! Get away! Knockout! Now that's Mariner's power! Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go! Ring out! Round 1. Ready, go! Ring out! Round 2. Ready, go! Ring out! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout! Round one. Ready, go! Round two. Ready, go! Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! Excellent! Round four. Ready, go! Knockout! Round five. Ready, go! Excellent! Round one. Ready, go! Knockout! Round two. Ready, go! Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Ring out! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 5. Ready, go! Excellent! Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go! up.
Really good patience on both you guys' part, so keep that up. Good flow. So that was a good first game. Even if it was a 3, it was a really good first game.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Always got to be careful that Kage's an advantage.
Ring out.
So when Kage does that axe kick, stompy like axe kick, if you block it, he's at
Round
advantage.
2. Ready, go! Knockout.
Very nice.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Very beautiful punch by.
Knockout.
I see.
Round 4. Ready, go!
It is. I didn't see it as much, but I did see it, and it is getting better. Keep that up. The fuzzy guard is so huge. It changes the flow dramatically. Of course, that's just the start of the battle too, because then it becomes a mix-up later. If the opponent does know how to deal with it, then it becomes a really interesting mix-up after that. So man, yeah, keep that up. Like, you're playing very good, even when you're really tired. So, alright, good battle, you two. VolcanoShed is playing super defensively. I think there are ways to deal with that. I think Kage can kind of safely poke and prod, but also the way they're currently playing is inviting a lot of throws, or lows, right? And even though John doesn't have many lows, he still has them though. So.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Very good.
Knockout. Round 2. Ready, go! Excellent. Round 3. Ready, go!
Very nice. It's on point with the throws.
Knockout.
I want a serious fight.
Round one. Ready, go!
Very nice. Very good switch. That big showdown. Good round.
Round two. Ready, go!
Oh, that's so good.
Knockout. Round three. Ready, go!
You can punch that. I think you can do P plus K. Yeah, you can do P plus K, I think, if you block the 6-6 KK. As long as you're not side turned.
Ready, go!
Game. I'm glad I got a lot of good guesses in there.
See? I thought I'm better.
One of the hard parts about Kage too is Kage's got a good mix of half circulars. I really like his mix of half circulars. Like evading Kage's scary. You'll get used to my range games.
Ready, go!
That's good. Oh, there's a better action. There's a better answer there. That was good. It was just I was aggressive. So
Round two. Ready, go! Knockout. Round three. Ready,
train, eh?
Round one. Ready, go! Knockout. Round two. Ready, go! Knockout. Round three. Ready, go!
Beautiful. That was awesome. That was really good. Really good. I love your patience and observation.
Ready, go!
I love that setup. Man, such good defense. Really good block.
Round five. Ready, go! Knockout.
That was an awesome battle. That last game was really good. Volcano, keep it up. That last game was really good.
What a knucklehead.
Also, something to keep in mind. Your Kage, you have an 11 frame jab, so jab into elbow is not supposed to work against you if you just jab back. So so if somebody does jab elbow, you can block the jab and do like jab right away. So
Round one. Ready, go!
yeah, don't forget you are Kage. You're one of the 4 characters, including me. Oh no, you gotta learn the full combo against Leon. If you ever hit Leon with 6 XP when he does a back turn move, you have like a 55% life combo. So practice that in dojo.
Ready, go!
Nice. There's your 55%. That's like 75%. Oh my god.
Knockout.
That was beautiful. Nice damage, Punker.
Ready, go!
Oh, so good.
Knockout! Round 5. Ready, go! Knockout!
What a knucklehead!
Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go!
Yeah, it's too far away. I was off by 1 frame because of that, because of the distance. That's good.
Ready, go!
Very good. Perfectly read. Made.
Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout!
Very good game.
What a knucklehead!
I understand, and I feel that too. I understand.
Round 1. Ready, go! Ring out! Round 2.
I understand. I do totally understand that, but it's hard managing the tilt from that feeling. So, and VF is a game where comebacks happen all the time on both players' ends. Like it happens. So, yeah, keep time.
Round one. Ready, go! Ring out! Round two. Ready, go!
So good.
Knockout! Round three. Ready, go!
Good.
Knockout!
Well, thank you, but you're also really good at throwing me when I evade. Like, the amount of times you threw me when I went for evade was like spot on. It's really, really good. Like, your accuracy, like your reads on evade got better and better, and it was really, really good that last set. So, I mean, I do still get some because it's John, but you caught a lot of evades with throws.
Round one.
Like, spot on.
Ready, go!
Shit, really? That was beautiful. Oh, the combo did not convert. That was good though. It's really good
Round two.
situation.
Ready, go!
Beautiful.
Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! Knockout! Round four. Ready, go!
Just got just the right range. Leon's low punch is nasty because it creates a space. Even though, like, it creates a space on block, so it's. But you can still do a lot. So.
Round one. Ready, go!
Oh, so good. Back. I haven't escaped the back throw once.
Knockout.
Very good. Good patience.
Round two. Ready, go! Knockout. Round three. Ready, go!
That was beautiful. That was awesome. Awesome round.
Round four. Ready, go! Ring out. Round five. Ready, go!
Good. Awesome. That was awesome. Very, very good game. Very good reads. Hang in there, so you know. Fight through the tilt. Oh, that ring out was tough because I staggered you first, and then I did the low. That I knew was going to ring you out. So
Ready, go!
good. Like that. So the same way, yeah. Because that stagger is very scary. So it's hard to stagger and then block low. This one, you have to roll to the side for this.
Round three. Ready, go!
I love that. You exactly know when I want to evade. Good. Always evade to the back. Very, very good.
Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout!
Good game. That was a really epic set.
I want a serious fight.
I know it's frustrating though, but I really enjoyed the fight. So. But you're hanging in there. Well, I was actually trying to trick you into a PP mid instead of a PP low.
Ready, go!
Yep. Did the wrong option. It did the slow attack instead of the fast. Okay, that's good.
Round 2. Ready, go!
That was good. Low punch in the throat.
Knockout! Round 3.
Yeah, hang in there at the wake up, be patient with it. I have a knockdown Oki, but I think Sarah has a scarier Oki than mine, right? Because she's got knockdown, but then it leads to combos. It's so scary. That was so good. I'm dead.
Knockout!
Alright, here we go.
Round 4. Ready, go! Excellent!
And his meaty timing's on point. The meaty setups are perfect. So I need to not fall for them. That was really, really good. Alright, VolcanoShed, here we go. What?
Round
Okay.
1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go!
Yep, there it is.
Knockout! Round 3. Ready,
What a knucklehead.
Round one. Ready, go! Round two. Ready, go!
So you gotta roll to the side against that throw.
Ring out. Round three. Ready, go!
Yeah, so that's a trick for a lot of characters, and I'll explain some of those. And you should do it with John too, with your forward dash into 6 speed. So you do 6 speed. And because of that, it makes it hard to evade. Makes it really hard to evade.
Knockout.
Very good patience. Thank you very much. Yeah, and Leon is especially good at doing the backdash one. So that's his skill.
Knockout.
Nice. That was beautiful.
Round five. Ready, go!
That was such a perfect opening. Yeah. Alright. Beautiful set. That was an awesome set, Volcano. Congratulations. I had a lot of fun with that set. It was very close. You did awesome. You did very, very awesome. That was a blast.
Round one. Ready, go!
Jaden, did you brush your teeth yet? Let me go check on my kids. You guys still brush your teeth, okay? You gotta brush your teeth, it's like that time.
Knockout.
You guys can show one way crack.
Round two. Ready, go!
okay? Alright. Alright.
Round 3.
Get ready, okay? I'll be up there soon, but I am gonna play another battle. Maybe not.
Knockout.
いつでも相手になってやるさ。
Round 1. Ready, go! Ring out. Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout. Round 3. Ready, go! Ring out. Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout.
Very good game. Alright, this will be my last run because I gotta send the kids to bed, but I can keep the room going and like having a blast. You guys are playing so good. Everyone's playing great tonight. But I do want to fight you both if possible. We'll see. Okay. Gotta send the kids to bed too. Teasing you, punker.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Okay, man. Thank you guys so much. Volcano, I do want to fight you after this, so but up to you.
Excellent.
So this move actually has shoulder-like properties, if you're wondering. And it has that since like VF2. Oh, I wonder if that was gonna ring out.
Knockout.
That was beautiful.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Leon's uppercut. Leon's uppercut, because he crosses, he changes his foot position and then goes deep. Because of that property, it's always had crazy hurtbox properties since he was created. And so, actually, this game toned it down how much that move cheats. But like against Punker, I was able to cheat against a sidekick.
Ready, go!
So it's not as strong as a shoulder, but it's almost. It's like it's sometimes like a shoulder, and it's very frame dependent. That was so beautiful. Very beautiful. My son keeps sneaking down on the floor and stuff. It's like, it's very distracting, but it's okay, because it's good training. It does, yes. The punish on lows is something Punker is anticipating the lows so good. That was a really good round. That was a really good round.
Round 5. Ready, go!
That was a backdash delay. That's a backdash delay. So I use a backdash to delay the 4-6K. So because of that, because of stuff like that, you have to get used to doing evade cancels, like evade dash into guard. That was really, really good. But yeah, you got to practice using your evade dash cancels, because that's how you're gonna beat some of those stuff. That's how you, and evade backdash is not bad either. Yeah.
Round 1.
Yeah. That's actually the weakness tonight. That is the weakness for you tonight, is that you haven't converted on 6XP enough, when you should absolutely be converting on that. Alright, you're gonna get it. Yeah, no problem. Blame whatever you like, but just keep working on that though. so that in the future it won't be rust or anything either. That's Kage. Yes, there you you have a better combo. I think you have like boom, 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 boom. You have like 2 of those Naruto punches.
Round 3. Ready, go!
understand.
Round 4. Ready, go!
There you go. So here, when I do the backdash, I'm watching and then I try to hit kick if I see something. Thank you, Punker. Good luck tomorrow, and thank you so much for the battles. It's awesome battles. You played really, I think you played really good, but let's keep it up and let's keep fighting because it's always exciting battles, man. Both of you, everyone tonight, and thank you very much. But that was the one thing that was missing today was you'd hit me with 6 XP a lot, but the conversion was like 30%. Yeah.
Round 1. Ready, go!
There you go. Ring out. Yeah. Not ring out, but I meant, I thought it was close enough that you could do the 9K plus G combos.
Ready, go!
Oh, wait. Alright. Let's punish.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Love that. Man, Kage, I have to do 8K. Good to know. Ring out.
Ring out! Round 4. Ready, go!
Sorry for that wall nastiness. Okay, so Volcano, when Leon has your back to the wall, you need to escape forward throw. So 6 PG, 6 is your throw escape direction always when your back is to the wall. And so, like, you just can't let him do any forward throws. The back throws are okay, neutral throws are okay, but when your back is to the wall, you cannot let him do forward throws. That said, if he does do the one that I did that makes you stagger, you can break the stagger and block in time. So just train yourself to see that you're getting thrown by that and start stagger break early that way. Yeah, so the both, yeah. So he has a combo throw that's forward, and then he also has a stagger throw that's forward. And the stagger throw is the one that does the wall. But the stagger is not guaranteed. You can break it, hold guard. Are you using stick or pad? Are you using stick or pad? If you're using stick, okay, good. So if you're using stick, hold guard, and then just mash left and right really fast while mashing punch and kick really fast while holding guard, just like this. The PK is really important. If you're doing that while mashing left and right, you can break that stagger very easily and block so that I can't kick you up into the wall. Okay, so that's the important part there. But in general, like Jeffrey, you should never let him do back throw 4P plus G. You should never let him have that direction when you're near the ring out or near the wall. Aoi, you should never let her have forward throw when you're near the ring out in general, and also near the wall. And then, but Leon, forward. Again, Jeffrey, it's back. And as you know, Kage is always forward, even though there is back when his back is to the wall. But he can also, Kage can also do the 10-foot toss and and go to the other side and ring the person out. So those are what I call overrides. Like absolute, you will lose the match if you let it happen. So you cannot. So you want to make sure that Leon just never has forward throw when your back is to the wall. So, yeah. Spinning the stick is tricky because I don't know the truth. Everybody's speculating, but Harpooneer believes that if you spin the stick, the diagonals count as less inputs than the cardinal directions, like up, down, left, right. And so, but traditionally in Japan, people spun the stick, and they still do. But I found that like left, right really fast with PK really fast does just as good, seems to be. And for me, it's easier. But the key part is this. I forget the PK. I forget doing this, right? Other thing, there is a throw that I do a pounce. When I jump onto your chest and then jump off, that's easy to escape for anybody but Taka. And Taka, it's easy to escape once you know the trick. But generally, you want to side roll either down or up, which is just neutral. And an easy way to do that, press down, hold down, and then hit guard. And then after you hit guard, mash alternately punch guard, punch guard, punch guard really fast. So you just hold it down, just go like that. But the first input has to be guard. If you do the first input's guard while holding down, then it knows you want to roll down. And then when you do mash and guard and punch after that, then that's just lots of inputs. So do that. Don't do kick, because if you hit kick, you're going to do a rising attack. So just mash guard and punch while doing that. And you can hold up and mash guard and punch doing that. So yeah. So practice those methods for stagger breaks, for getting up without tech rolling. That will improve your game a lot, and it gives you a lot more options. The trick with Okizeme in this game is it's all timing, because of the invincibility frames before the person waking up can either attack or get up. And because of those invincibility frames, then the timing has to be perfect. And if the person waking up delays, changes options, messes with your timing, then your mistiming on the meaty is going to cause you to whiff, right? So that's the trick for waking up, and that's the key skill for understanding the Okizeme in this. So yeah. Keep it up, man. These were awesome battles. I had so much fun fighting you. I love your patience. I love that you just face there and you don't let anything phase you. So keep it up, because you clearly showed really strong options, and Kage has a lot. And you see that I struggle with Kage strings because a lot of times I evade and he will hit a string, but because I hit a button, because I thought I had a free hit, I get counter hit and launched a lot. It happens against Kage a lot for me. So Kage is one of the hardest characters for me to fight, because he's got tools just like Leon does. Yeah. No problem. Have a good one, and if you ever have any questions, just message me anytime. You know, I'm happy to help. And it's just advice, so if you don't take it, I won't be upset. But it is well intended, but that's advice, you know. Anyways, take care, you guys. Have a good one, and thanks so much. This was a wonderful evening, and I look forward to seeing everybody on Sunday. I might try to do something like this tomorrow night. That one might be sparring, that might be sets, but it might be workshop. Depends on who. But Sunday, I'm excited for the league. Yep. Have a good night. I will be back probably tomorrow night. I think tonight I'm going to rest because, well, there's a chance I'll be back tonight. We'll see. There's a chance I'll be back tonight. We'll see. Well, as a beginner, is the virtualfighter.com a good site? Yes. virtualfighter.com, amazing website. Absolutely amazing website. You want to go to the wiki section. You do want to browse the forums too. The command list is really good. The only thing that it's really missing are some of the notes, like what Sabaki's what. And if you ask me, I could try to dig that information for you, but you can find it in the forums. But aside from that, it's one of the best resources I've seen for any fighting game, for any game anymore, because nowadays a lot of sites have gone down that used to be places like of great information. Virtualfighter.com is absolutely one of the best. You can add me on Twitter or YouTube or whatever and send me a message, and I'll be happy to respond, but I'll be happy to try to find the info that you're looking for. But virtualfighter.com is really, really fantastic site to go to. 100%, especially the wiki. And you know, if you're having trouble meshing the information with your learning style, let me know. I'll try to find a way to help you understand if needed. All right. Yeah. So Hixalal, thanks a lot. And sorry that I'm gonna end the stream for now, but we'll see. I plan to be back on tomorrow night. Tonight, it's possible, but I think I'm gonna rest tonight because I am feeling it. I'm gonna send my kids to bed. But this was a wonderful evening, though. It was really good. But if Dennis0201 messages me, I wouldn't be surprised if I was up tonight to fight sets with that, and then you can find truly amazing, one of the best players in the country, in Dennis0201. But all right, everyone have a good one, and thanks a lot. Ali, thanks for the support. Really, really appreciate it. Good to see you again. And Logtrap, thank you very much. Please, you can send me a message on virtualfighter.com. You can find me very easily on VFDC. Send me a message, I'll reply. Sometimes it takes a bit. I don't check the site every single day, but I do check it at least a few times a week. So, yeah. Have a good night. Cheers.